I was standing in my wedding dress. 200 guests were already seated downstairs. The flowers were perfect. The music was ready. The cake had our names written across it in gold icing. Everything looked like the beginning of a perfect life, like the kind of day you never forget, the kind of day you dream about for years. But that version of my life ended before I even walked down the aisle, because my bridesmaid walked into my room holding her phone. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't speaking. She looked like she had just seen something she could never unsee. She closed the door behind her, locked it, then looked at me and said 4 words. I need you to stay calm. Nobody says that unless your entire world is about to break. She handed me her phone. I pressed play, and everything I believed for the last 4 years stopped being true. His name was Marcus, and if you met him, you would understand why I trusted him. He wasn't suspicious. He wasn't distant. He was perfect in the way that makes you stop looking for flaws. He remembered everything. He showed up when he said he would. He never gave me a reason to doubt him, not once. 4 years together, 14 months of wedding planning, a home we built together, a future I had already started living in my head, and I believed it completely. We also had a housekeeper. Her name was Rosa. She had worked in our home for almost 2 years. Quiet, respectful, always present, never noticed. She cleaned our house, organized our lives, kept everything running in the background. And I never once questioned it. That's the part that haunts me now. Because betrayal doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from the people you stop paying attention to. The wedding was at the Grand Harlow Hotel. Everything was running perfectly. My bridesmaids were getting ready. My family was laughing. Music echoed softly through the halls. It felt safe, normal, perfect. At 2:10 p.m., Diane stepped out. She said she was going to check Sarah's room next door, just to confirm something small, just a few minutes. But she didn't come back the same. When she returned, something in her face had changed. She wasn't herself anymore. She closed the door, locked it, and sat beside me. That's when everything started to fall apart. Diane didn't sit properly. She didn't speak quickly. She just held my hands like she was afraid I would collapse. Then she said it again. I thought it was Sarah's room. My stomach dropped. What do you mean? She didn't answer. Instead, she unlocked her phone and handed it to me. Just watch. I pressed play. The video opened in a quiet hotel hallway. Room 417 was visible on screen. Diane's voice was faint in the background. I think this is Sarah's room. She walked closer, paused, then slowly pushed the door open, and everything stopped. Marcus was inside, my fiancé, standing in the middle of the room like he belonged there. But he wasn't alone. Rosa was there, our housekeeper, not in uniform, not working, just standing too close to him, too familiar, too comfortable. Diane gasped in the recording. The camera shook. Marcus turned sharply toward the door. For a moment, everything froze. Then reality hit. They had been caught. Diane stayed outside the door, still recording, still watching. Marcus spoke first. His voice was low, controlled. This isn't what it looks like. But Rosa didn't move away. She didn't run. She didn't deny anything. She just looked down, silent, like this wasn't new, like this had happened before. Then Marcus shifted, and I saw it, a hotel keycard in his hand, but not 1, 2. That detail changed everything. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't a moment of weakness. This was planned. Then Rosa finally spoke. The audio caught it clearly. You said no one would be here before 4. Before 4, that sentence broke everything because it meant timing, routine, a system, a hidden life happening inside my home. While I was planning a wedding, he was living another one. Diane stopped recording after that. Not because the video ended, but because she couldn't keep watching. She came straight to me. And that's when I realized my life was already over. The room around me disappeared. The wedding outside became noise from another world. 4 years collapsed into a few seconds, not because of one mistake, but because of a double life I never saw. I looked at my reflection, white dress, perfect makeup, a bride standing inside a future that no longer existed. I turned to Diane. My voice barely came out. Does anyone else know? She shook her head. No. Silence, heavy, final. Then I stood up, smoothed my dress, and made the only decision left. We're going downstairs.